Welcome, everybody, to Cliffhangers and Cocktails podcast with
Amy Sissel, that's me.
and Shannon McLeod, that's me. We're both USA Today best-selling authors of paranormal women's fiction, among other things. And we also today have a very special guest, the third member of the Caftan Coven,
Samantha Hargrove. Yay!
And so obviously, as usual, this is brought to you by the Caftan Coven.
Woohoo! So today we are going to be talking with Samantha. It's the second part of her talk about crystal healing and energy work. And I am so excited to learn some new cool stuff about crystals. We'll also, of course, be talking about the usual witchy things, drinkies, and general shenanigans. Hey, Sam, I'm so excited you're here. Live and in person. You guys are together, and I'm not together with you. And it's fine. It's fine. I don't care.
We were hoping to do this before you left for Porto, but it just didn't work out because, like, I got COVID and things like that, which is always fun. Good time. So here we are. But Samantha and I get to be here together. Yay!
Not jealous. Not jealous. Okay.
So read the affirmations. I actually came up with two affirmations and I couldn't decide which one I liked better. So I'm going with both of them. So we have two affirmations.
I love it.
Two is better than one. Exactly.
Three's the best.
Three's the best. Yes.
Three.
Mm-hmm. As I welcome winter.
I was like, we need a gang symbol, but no, we don't. Actually, let's not do that. Okay. Our gang symbol is like little witch hat. Wait, it's hard to do with the camera. Little witch hat.
That's the goofiest gang symbol ever.
Sorry. Please affirm us.
Yes. It wouldn't be fun if we didn't have shenanigans. That's the whole point.
That's part of it.
Yes.
That's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is, as I welcome winter, I take all opportunities I can to rest and go slow.
Yes. I want to love this so much because this is really kind of what I'm trying to do right now. Is like every time I'm like, okay, I'm going to fix this part of me. Not that I need fixing, but there's some habits I would like to improve or get rid of or whatever. And I'm like, okay, doing it. And like anybody who knows me well knows that when I get stressed and anxious, one of the things that I struggle with is eating regularly. So this week I'm like, you know what? I'm here. I'm doing it. And I did a great job, y'all. I went and I'm like starting to work at this co-work space that my partner's been going into.
Cool.
So I started this month so I can go in there, you know, a couple, 2-3 times a week, and I can go work, and they do lunch. So like you pay a little extra, you get lunch, everyone sits at the table together and they eat. And it's like really kind of cool. But so I'm like eating regularly. I'm eating every day. I went in with Chris on Wednesday so he could kind of show me where our desk is because we share and like how to get in and blah, 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 blah. And so I ate with him. Then I went back and then I went in on Thursday to work and I was so productive, y'all. Like most words I've written in forever. And I went and had lunch again. I woke up Friday morning like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And I think it's because I went balls to the wall with like eating. My body was so scared.
Your body's like, what are you
scared.
doing to me? There's so many vitamins.
Because I'm like all or nothing, you know? And it's like all of this like fat and like garlic and onion that I don't usually eat. And all of a sudden I'm like, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna like take 2 months worth of it, just shove it all in 2 days. Because I'm not good at taking things slow. And like, this is such a good reminder, taking it back to the affirmation, that like, I need to take things slow. And this is such a good reminder for me and for everyone.
So the second affirmation I chose very specifically for this particular recording. It has been the affirmation that I've wanted to do for this recording. The other one was one that I picked up because it fit the time of year. This one is very specific, and it is, I am swimming in an endless sea of miracles. I choose to surround myself with people who feel like sunlight.
Ooh. Where did you find that?
I didn't
love
even
it.
know.
Oh my
I
God,
found it
love
on the
it.
internet somewhere. I do my little search for affirmations and I stumbled across this and it just spoke to me. And I said, that is an absolutely perfect affirmation for when all three of us are together. Because as I get older, I used to, when I was younger, worry that I didn't have many friends, I wasn't popular, I wanted to be liked. But now
Kind
I'm
of the in crowd.
I mean, yeah. But like now it's like I'm okay with having
I can't do it.
I
There we
am
go.
okay
I'm
with
slow.
having there you go.
I'm the slow witch.
Well, you're taking things slowly.
Yes, we're taking things slowly.
There we go. I can be faster next time.
Absolutely.
It's the winter. We're going into
We're going
slowness.
slow. But yeah, it's like as I get older, I realize that quality is so much more important than quantity.
Mhm.
And I only want to surround myself with people who just put joy into the world and who enrich my life, and hopefully I can enrich their lives. To me, there's not really a point in surrounding myself with negative, angry people.
Well, and I'm sitting here. It's dark because of the 8 hour time difference. It's dark here already. And you guys are sitting there both like haloed in sunshine from the windows behind you. Like, and I was looking earlier, I'm like, oh, sunshine. Like I'm getting my sunshine girls. Because
Yeah.
you're there with us. And now look, I have sunshine people. And it's part of the affirmation.
It's so funny too because yesterday it was so drizzly
I'm gonna make it a thing.
and then tomorrow it was just today today it was just beautiful and sunshiny and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Next up, okay, Amy was telling Samantha and I about this super cool ritual. I hadn't ever heard of it before. It's so good. I love it. It's so perfect. I was like, oh, I want to try that. So Amy, take it away.
Alrighty. Well, so I was on the social medias doom scrolling like a person often does. And it turns out that on Threads, I've started following a lot of witchy accounts. I follow writers, I follow witches, and I follow a lot of like really cool social justice minded Black women. That's like my three big groups. But this tip came across, and I see a lot of weird tips when I'm scrolling on the interwebs. But this one was so great that I immediately sent it to the other two members of the coven. And it said, keep a jar labeled return to sender near your front door. And every time someone sends you weird energy, write their name or the situation or whatever on a tiny piece of paper, rip it, drop it into the jar, and say, not mine, back to you. Shake that shit, it said in this message. It's simple, it's easy, and it's powerful.
That is
And
a
it
very
is. And I don't know if you need to shake it literally or if you're just like, shake that shit.
shake it
I
off.
don't really
Go
like,
ahead
yeah.
and do all of it.
Yeah, totally. There's something about the physical action of literally shaking it off. I just love that when you messaged that and you were like, so you put return to sender on a jar, and I'm like, what now? And then and then when you got through the rest of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so amazing. Because I can totally see how that works, like from a psychology sort of point of view. Not that I'm an expert of psychology, but it literally is telling your body to like basically fuck off with that bad energy. Like,
For sure.
and so that you don't, suck it into you.
Well, and just like that action, the action and the words,
Yes.
like is such like you can be doom scrolling, like I just admitted I do.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, y'all just missed like a 5 to 10 minute discussion about my personal feelings of doom. Um, but like being able to look at the doom scrolling I do and be like, ugh, I'm not gonna worry about that. But it clearly weighs on me. But being able to take something negative and write it down and be like, okay, I've looked at this. I'm tearing it up and I'm throwing it away. I'm not holding onto it. And it's kind of like when you're meditating and
Yeah.
like intrusive thoughts come in, you're like, I recognize you, I see you, piss off, or
Yeah.
something more peaceful.
Yeah.
I'm clearly not going to be leading any meditations anytime soon.
I like piss off. But yeah, and like for authors, like when you get that nasty review, and I don't try to see my reviews necessarily, but sometimes I have to look at them because I'm pulling them out to do like TikTok videos. Um, and I'll stumble across one and I'll be like, oh man. And it doesn't affect me as badly as it used to, but it still can stick in your mind. So being able to do that, or you run into somebody super negative when you're out and about in the world that just does something nasty, and instead of like holding on to it, just being able to just release it, let that shit go.
And saying it out loud, writing it down, tearing it up, that is such a great way to like make it happen rather than just like, oh, I'll let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the physical part of it that
Yeah.
I think helps.
Yes.
And then you do a shot of Fireball, some kind of cinnamon whiskey, and go out your front door on the first of the month. That's the other tip I learned from social media. If you don't have ground cinnamon, but you have cinnamon whiskey, just here for all your tips on witchiness.
Exactly. I love it. So today's drink. Now I talked to Samantha about her like favorite, and we know gin and tonic is your favorite.
Yeah, it's a go-to.
It's a go-to, but we talked about like your kind of winter go-to cocktail being the Manhattan, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. But first, we're going to talk about what we're actually drinking right now, which is Three Witches wine.
Three Witches.
Yeah, tell us about this, Amy. Tell us about this wine because you're the one that gifted us with this most delicious. I mean, this is really good stuff. Tell us about it.
Okay, so this winemaker vineyard is Aniche, and they are in the Columbia River Valley in Washington State near White Salmon. And up until August, I was a member there. Like, I miss you guys and I miss this wine. And Samantha is also a member there, so she can continue to get wine there. But this is my favorite vineyard. They're women owned, their winemakers are women, they're very progressive, they're LGBTQ friendly, they're witchy. Samantha and I went to a tarot and wine class there once. And we got a free tarot deck out of it. The owner, who is stepping back from stuff a little bit now, she's an author. So it's just like, and it's beautiful, y'all. So beautiful. So this is Three Witches, and it is Carignan. What are the other two, Samantha? Who has better French pronunciation than me?
Pounoise and Mourvèdre.
Yes, Counoise and Mourvèdre. Okay. And anyway, on the back it says, and my bottle is a 2021, but it says, "When shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain?" And I love that because, like, even before I moved, like every time the three of us were trying to get together, it very much felt like, "When shall we three meet again? When shall we three meet again?" But so the description of this, and this is, I love this. Okay, I don't usually do this for the wine, but come on, you guys. It's an unusual potion of strawberry, raspberry, rhubarb, and cherry. They make the bright blend of three Rhone varietals bewitching, medium-bodied with a bright mid-palate and dry. But this is the wine. I'm like, I have one bottle left here, and I was fairly certain you would have one bottle left.
One.
And this is my Three Witches, bitches.
And so we're drinking it. Ooh, cheers, my dears.
Cheers.
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 I love that it talks about rain, but then the affirmation was sunlight. So we've got like that sort of weather cyclical pattern happening.
I love it.
So we're not meeting in thunder, lightning, or in rain. We're meeting in the sunlight.
Yes, we are.
It all worked out.
It all worked.
Yeah.
Totally. So we talked about the Manhattan, which I really love for this time of year because the energy of a Manhattan is healing, renewal, and transformation, which is what, yes, what this time of year is all about. So, the ingredients are so simple. It's 2 ounces of rye or bourbon, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and you garnish it with a maraschino cherry, but the good kind, not the cheap fluorescent red kind. No. So rye, the magical energy of rye, which usually you use rye whiskey.
I liked it.
This is where you know it's real because this is what I do. Rye whiskey is usually what you use in a Manhattan. Although I think today we're using maybe bourbon.
We are using bourbon because I don't have rye.
Yeah, and neither do I. So we're making do. But rye has a magical energy of love, fidelity, and self-control. Whiskey has been used in like magic and ceremonies for like a long ass time.
Oh.
And it promotes change and transformation. Vermouth has always been, basically it came out of, essentially it was considered a magic potion because it was literally created as a magic potion, as a like healing potion to help with digestion and health and so on. It's got all the herbs and things. So its sort of energy is health and well-being. And then of course also bitters as well are supposed to promote good health and help with digestion and
they do.
And motion sickness actually.
So really? Because I don't like bitters generally speaking. But I'll try anything that will make me not barf when I'm in motion.
Samantha and I are actually going to try to make this later after we record this. We're going to do a little.
No.
Well, you can be with us as well.
Yeah, you can be with us.
We're going to do it on the phone so that you can put it up as a short, so they can go find it in our shorts on YouTube. And
don't look at my shorts. You guys, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Amy doesn't wear shorts.
Yeah, we won't talk about what Amy doesn't.
I'm sorry. I'm so giddy to see Samantha. And I just can't contain myself.
You could be there with us on the thing, but we're going to do it separate from this recording. So for right now, we're going to enjoy our wine and then we'll go and we'll do shorts with Samantha and make ourselves a Manhattan so you can see how we do it.
Okay, that sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah. So, yeah. Now we're going to do a little fancy segue into the reason Samantha, well, not the only reason, but one of the reasons she's here to see us, but also she has some things to tell us about crystals.
Literally so excited to have you back to talk about this. For those of you who haven't seen it, you can go and see the earlier episode, which aired in, I don't know, let's go with July?
Yeah, it was hot. That's all I know.
We recorded it in June. I think it came out in July. Could be anytime, y'all. I don't know. The past is the past. But I will link to that episode in the show notes so you can go back and listen to part 1. But anyway, so excited to have you back to talk about crystal magic a little bit more.
Thanks for having me back. Yay. I think because after the last time, I really wanted to explain a little bit about what the science is behind crystal therapy. Because I think it's really interesting, and it also kind of explains like how it actually works when you come in to see me for a chakra balancing. So first of all, the basic explanation is that everything is made of pure energy, which is then vibration. Everything vibrates. Our wine bottle, our wine glass, our brains, the table, the floor, like everything vibrates.
Well, and like this is like, I don't know if I could be jumping ahead and saying something you're going to say, but like this is the very basis of physics.
Right.
is that everything vibrates. Like all the
Exactly.
atoms are vibrating against each other, and that's the how. So this is not something that's woo. This is something that is proven physics law.
Exactly. And what's interesting is that everything vibrates at different frequencies. So my teacher that I did my crystal therapy with, her business name is Hibiscus Moon. She was a science teacher, and she coined this term dominant oscillatory rate. So the frequencies of everything oscillates at a certain rate. So she calls it a DOR, the dominant oscillatory rate. And our bodies have different DORs all over it. So like the heart frequency is different from the lungs, which are different from the rate of the kidneys.
Interesting.
Everything vibrates differently. And
should it vibrate in harmony?
No.
Okay, good. Because I know I'm not.
It vibrates as it should, because that's just how human beings are made. But they're not stable. So our bodies are easily influenced by outside energies. So like stresses, emotions, everything can vibrate differently because of those things. We're influenced by outside energies. The cool thing about crystals is they have one DOR. There's only one frequency. And that depends on the molecule composition. That's one of the things. Like, so I brought, just to talk about it, it's an amethyst. It's kind of hard to see.
Ooh, the geode.
Bright, beautiful. So like the composition of the an amethyst, for example, is a tetrahedral, which if you remember back in geometry, it's a triangle. So all of the molecules of an amethyst, they're all tetrahedrals, and they're all the same. So if you looked at every single molecule of an amethyst, it's the same exact thing. It's like triangle, 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 triangle. There's no variation. So it's the frequency rate depends on, that's one thing. It also depends on the elements of it. So as an amethyst, this is silicon dioxide, which is silicon and oxygen coupled with a little bit of iron, and the iron makes it purple. So that's one of the
that's so cool.
Yeah,
I got excited.
I did not know that at all.
So that's one element as well. And then size can make a difference of the oscillatory rate, and also the thickness. The other thing.
So, clarifying question.
Yeah.
Okay, so the oscillatory rate for an amethyst geode would differ if it was bigger or smaller. Is that, or if it's thicker or, okay.
Yes.
So amethyst is all the same molecularly.
Correct.
But based on how big or thick, whatever it is, it might have a different vibration if it's bigger or thicker.
Yes. Yes.
You okay, Shira?
Serious discussion, people.
Yes.
Serious.
Size matters.
I'm glad finally somebody said it.
Yeah.
Cha-ching!
I started asking a very serious question, and I realized halfway through that it sounded wrong,
It quickly
and I just went with it.
12-year-old humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone has seen our Beaver Moon episode, you'll know what my problem is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, size matters and thickness.
Sorry.
matters. But you know what also matters quite a bit is color. And it's important to the dominant oscillatory rate. The specific light frequency on the electromagnetic spectrum. Does anybody remember? Do you remember the chart? The
Yes.
electromagnetic color chart from like grammar school?
Yes, with the infrared to the ultraviolet.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Well, when I was going through this and reviewing this stuff, I totally forgot about it, and my mind got blown again. That color, all the colors vibrate. It's like,
Yeah.
what? So, like, for example, violet is a higher frequency than red is,
Yeah.
but then red is a longer wavelength. I'm not going to get into this because I really don't remember.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other rabbit hole that I invite you to scurry down because there's so much you can learn about it. It's really cool.
And please share everything that you've learned with us because I want to hear what you guys have, the rabbit holes y'all have gone down.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
We love a good
like,
rabbit
please.
hole. So please share with us in the comments any rabbit holes you go down that you think are just fascinating. Please share them. We love this stuff.
Because I have like five rabbit holes already identified, and we've just been talking about this for a few minutes. So yeah.
Cool.
I will stop interrupting Samantha now, maybe.
It's okay.
Throwing her off.
Actually, this is good because it reminds me of some things I wanted to also say. So, by the way, an amethyst is a quartz, and a quartz has piezoelectricity. Quartz generates an electric charge when it's under pressure. And that's used in technology, in watches, medical tools, all kinds of things. So it's science, y'all. It's science.
I actually was reading about that the other night because I was like, I want to learn a little bit more about this whole like energy thing. And I read about that piezo electricity and the being under pressure. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown. This is fascinating. How did humans figure this out? This is
I love science, you guys. Science is so amazing.
Science is cool. So crystals have a very precise, fixed, and repeating molecular structure. Unlike us, they are geometrically perfect. And therefore they have the lowest state of entropy. And I had to look what entropy means, but that
I love that word.
The tendency to go towards disorder and chaos. Well, crystals actually like repel entropy. And we as humans tend towards entropy. Like we take on stresses and environmental entropy and emotions. We take that on pretty easily. Crystals do not. Yes.
So if like hypothetically you knew somebody who was like basically the epitome of entropy and you knew them and you know they're tending towards chaos, if you like wrap them in crystals, will that help?
I wish that were true.
Shit.
Yeah. But that actually is something that I'm going to bring up in a minute is that there's intention. Well, that's a curious question. I don't know actually, because in order for crystals to really work for yourself, it requires you to be a part of it. So a crystal sitting here it's pretty, yes, but you need to set an intention with it in order for it to help your energy.
You need to invite the vibration to like be part of you, like like to like bring in like it's the invitation of vibration.
Exactly. Which that's a good segue to lead me to explaining that crystals, because they're so stable, it gives them a higher amplitude. And amplitude is defined as like the maximum height of the oscillation of a wave length.
Okay.
So it then becomes an energy influencer, which not like Instagram, it's called entrainment. That's the word for it.
Entrainment?
It entrains what's around it to kind
Okay.
of, okay, so I guess like the best way to explain that would be like a tuning fork.
Okay.
Oh,
So if you had two tuning forks in a room and they were both the same frequency,
mm-hmm.
one's sitting across the room, one's in your hand, and you ding the tuning fork in your hand, that will send sound waves to the one that's sitting across the room, and it will start
Mm-hmm.
to vibrate in the same way.
I didn't even know that.
It's crazy, but
Wow.
That's what happens.
That's
And
amazing.
that's resonance.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It resonates with it. And that's a whole other rabbit hole to go down about resonance and musical tones and all that kind of stuff. But that's like it's the entrainment of the energy around it. And that's what crystals do.
Okay.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, and you can always tell me to fuck off.
No, I want the questions too. I just hope I can answer them, but I'll let you know if I can't.
Okay, so I understand like the tuning fork thing, like, yeah, I get that. I've heard that before, I've seen it. But like, so if you have a crystal in your hand, and let's say I've got this big ass chunk of crystal quartz, unrefined, like I found it in the woods when I was much younger. I've had this forever. I'm not going to tell you which woods because honestly, probably you're not supposed to remove giant chunks of quartz from the woods.
Probably
I
not.
just realized that I'm doing a crime. I did a crime, but honestly, it was
No, it's
40
not a
years ago when I
crime.
did the crime. I don't
But
know.
like
Anyway, it doesn't
you're
matter.
probably okay now because it's probably, past the, what is that when the crime's
The
expired?
statute of limitations.
That's the word I'm looking for. Statute of limitations.
Okay, so I 100% did not pick this up in the woods somewhere 40 years ago, but I've got this big ass chunk of crystal quartz in a woods where there's a lot of quartz about. And like, so I have this and it's vibrating at a certain rate. And if I'm like, yes, vibrate, my little pretty, and then there's more crystal quartz with the same molecular structure like elsewhere, are they going to resonate the way two tuning forks would? Like, are they vibrating at the same level? If I'm being able to take it in at the same level, if I'm like like volunteering to vibrate with these stones.
Okay. I have a
I know that
round.
was like that was a long ass
No,
question
No,
full
no,
of
no.
guilt
I
because
get
I
it.
suddenly
That
realized I
was like my
shoplifted a
question
rock.
as well.
Okay,
Well, I have a
sorry.
roundabout answer for that because I
Perfect,
don't
because that
know
was a roundabout question.
exactly. I can say this, that quantum physics proves, it's been proven,
Hmm.
that where thought goes, energy flows.
Yep.
So when you set your intention, that's how your crystal is going to align with you. You already have in your body the ability to heal and to change your perspective and all those things. That's already in you, but we can get out of balance. But your question, I don't know that. And I don't know if that's a measurable thing. Perhaps it is. Because I
I
know that
think
you can measure the tuning forks, but I don't know about like if you were surrounded by like in a crystal cave, like would they all start resonating at the same as the one that you're holding in your hand? I don't know. It's a
I
good question.
I think maybe what I'm wondering more now that we sit here and you said that and I'm thinking about it is like, does it amplify? Like if you have two tuning forks that are the same frequency and
Oh,
neither of
yes, yes.
them is touched, nothing is happening. But if you
Yeah.
have your one tuning fork and you're like ding and the other one's the same frequency, it'll go ding and like it will create the sound waves going back and forth. So
Yeah.
if you have two crystals that are the same frequency, will they amplify each other?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's what I
It does
meant.
it raises the amplitude. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, thank you. Sorry I said it wrong.
No, no, no. But
at least we got my guilt about stealing rocks from the
but I
woods.
think you
So.
you also just with that clarification, I think what it is if the two are of the same, like, because remember, size matters. So if it's the same, size and that is going to align. But I think it would be different if you were in like a crystal cave, because then they're like different thicknesses, different size. So I think that would make a
It'd be an
difference.
interesting rabbit hole to go down. Because I know there are crystal caves and people do go in them, and so it would be interesting to see.
Oh dear, research. I know, there's so much. So crystals can influence the cells of your body by resonating with their vibrational frequencies, potentially helping restore balance and harmony with your energy by activating the natural healing process of your body.
I need more. Tell me about which crystals I should be entombing myself in every night.
I think it depends on what's going on with what you need, really. If you need sleep, amethyst is great.
I need to not fall down anymore.
Oh yeah, well, I have a spell continuing for that, by the way. Have you fallen recently? Again? Since
Not since Paris.
Okay. So my spell is working. It's still next to my altar.
Thank you. You're the best friend.
So unless you have another question, I wanted to ask if I could just clarify a little bit about getting back into the colors and of the
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, please do.
Because there's all different kinds of crystal therapy that you can do, but the one that I do specifically at my practice is chakra balancing. And this is where the color really starts to come into play. So chakras are energy centers of our bodies, and they also correspond, interestingly, to the systems in our body, the organs in our body. So I'm just going to run through them really quickly, just so you can get kind of a feel for what this is. I did explain it in part 1 of podcast, but
link in the show notes.
Yeah, a little more in depth well, not in depth, but just a little further explanation. So the root chakra is red.
That's down here.
And that's like way at the base of the perineum. And you can look that up if you don't know what a perineum is. But it's the base of the spine. And the physiological area would be the adrenal glands. And the energy around that is grounding and safety. And then you move up to the next one, which is like a little bit lower than your belly button, and that's sacral. And that color is orange. So you're gonna look for crystals that are orange. That corresponds to the reproductive system, and that's creativity and emotions. You can go like super deep into this. There's more to it than this, but I'm being simple here. And then going up to the solar plexus, and that's yellow, and that's confidence and your will, and that's digestive organs. So that can be like a lot, especially these days. There's a lot of digestive issues out there. Moving up to the heart, it's green. And that's the thymus, the heart, and the lungs, which is love and compassion. And then going up to the throat is blue. And that's thyroid and vocal cords. And that's expression and your truth. And then going up to the third eye is indigo. And that's...
Oh, that makes sense. Sorry.
Totally.
I've been trying not to interrupt.
It's totally makes sense. Pituitary gland and brain. And that's intuition and clarity. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the crown is violet or white. And that's the pineal gland and consciousness. And that's the energy around that is spirit and unity.
Can you just, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot about this, but can you read the colors from root to crown?
Yeah.
Just the colors.
It's I want to look at this for a second. It's Roy G. Biv, actually. So it's red at the root, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
I thought that's what you had done, but I wanted, before I said, oh my God, that's the actual frequencies. I wanted to make sure I was correct about that, but that is the frequency of color. That's the total vibrational frequency of, that's why our rainbows look like that. That's because it's the frequency and such. It's like, yes.
Yeah. And that connection that you just made is just like, I got chills when you just said it, because even though I knew it already, just having it spoken out loud is just, I love the rainbow connection.
And what's funny is like for me, when I'm connected,
it was my first celebrity crush.
It's always from my crown up, and it's usually either violet or white in my mind. And I know the chakras, but I never thought about the connection. But that's always been, even before I knew about the chakras, that was what, because I learned in massage therapy school, we did guided meditation. And she was like, connect to the universe, imagine a light, a bright light. And so for me, it was always from the crown up, always white or violet.
Isn't it amazing how you just you just know? Well, you and your witchy badass.
My witchy badass self must have knew something. Past life, I don't know. Maybe just I'm a very stable genius. Sorry, I just can't help myself.
No, you are a genius slash
human.
No, wait, human. You are a genius slash human. No.
Amazing genius slash human. Yeah.
Amazing human slash genius.
It's human slash genius. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I forget, can I mention something that's I think is kind of,
please do.
It's kind of funny, like, because I get people who are very skeptical about, oh, crystals are woo and blah blah blah. And that's why I wanted to do this podcast too, is to just talk about, like, it's science, guys. It really is. And Hibiscus Moon, my teacher, wrote that she loves this quote, and it's by Arthur Schopenhauer. He was a German philosopher. And it's really true about crystals, I think. And she thinks, and I think too. So the quote is, all truth passes through 3 stages. First, it's ridiculed. Second, it's violently opposed. And third, it's accepted as being self-evident. And she feels, and I agree that we're kind of in the second stage. Like,
yeah.
people just oppose things that they can't prove, or they don't understand. They're afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
And they fear it.
Yeah.
So they're just going to violently oppose it.
But what's so funny to me is quantum physics keeps proving these things. Like,
But quantum physics is also not understood by a lot of people, and is still, there's still a lot of skepticism,
right.
even in the scientific community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's absolutely 100% science. Like, but that's where they've been discovering these things, like your thoughts, you know, become things, and you're like, you know, they've found like that, you know, they found these time traveling atoms or whatever, you know, they found all this stuff that's just wild. And I can't, you know, I can only sort of understand like the smallest bit of it, you know, because it's very deep scientific stuff, but it's like a lot of it ties into and yes, Amy.
Thank you for calling on me. I was thinking, you know what, if we ever wanted like an amateur quantum physics expert to come on and like teen-splain quantum physics to us, I gotcha.
Oh, let's do it.
We should do that. Totally. Is that your child? Is she gonna explain quantum to us? I just love in Terry Pratchett that he just randomly will he'll like say a thing, you know, and it's all quantum. And that's just like one of my favorite. I'd love to just throw that out there. It's all quantum. Nobody gets it because apparently nobody reads Terry Pratchett that I know, but
I got it.
Well, you got
I'm
it.
obsessed with Pratchett.
I love Terry Pratchett. And it's like the thing is when he throws it out, he's not wrong. It really is like stuff that they found out. It's all quantum. And it's just fascinating to me that they're discovering that there is some truth to all this woo.
Well, I mean, the stuff that was magic in the olden days, a lot of it is science now. And it's just like magic is science that hasn't been proven yet.
And was it Carl Sagan that said that like that a sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic?
Yes.
You know, that's
Say that again.
The sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. I mean, think about the fact if we went back, we had a cell phone, we had maybe a vial or a bottle of some antibiotics, and we went back in time to pre-1920, and we had our little computer in our hand and a bottle of antibiotics that would fix things that would have killed them. They would think we were like
witches.
Yeah. And it's just science. It's just science. And I think one day all this stuff is going to be explained. I do. I think a lot of this stuff that people think we're crazy because we do woo, it's going to be explained.
We're just ahead of our times.
Yes.
I don't know why I decided to do finger guns with that, but you know what? It worked. It worked.
Because finger guns are like so 80s. They're so 80s.
I get finger guns a lot from my kiddo, so maybe it's
They must be
quantum.
coming back then.
Oh, that's cool.
Everything comes back in style, you know. They're wearing bell bottoms and whatever again, or peg legs. Something they're doing something.
Peg legs? You mean pegged jeans?
That's
not peg legs.
Peg legs.
Peg legs are a pirate thing.
Walking around with peg legs.
Or also, like, for any of our listeners who do have like prosthetic legs, different than what Shaya meant.
Different, totally different. We're talking like
peg jeans.
Yeah,
peg jeans.
Those
rolling them so tight that you cut off your circulation.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
and if your jeans are too tight to roll, you can like still safety pin them enough to cut off your circulation.
Yes. That's
pro tip from the 80s.
because like I didn't get to buy like stylish anything. Nothing I
Oh
bought
no.
was
Everything I
stylish.
had was secondhand or
Right.
hand-me-downs.
And it was either secondhand or like the cheapest thing from Sears. So none of my jeans were pegged. So I had to do it myself. I had the whole thing where you fold it over, safety
Of course.
and roll it
Until you cut off your circulation.
until you cut off your circulation.
Did you miss that, Sam? Did you miss that fad? Did
No,
you never have to cut off the blood to your feet?
Started it.
You started it. Well, thanks a
Yeah, we
fucking
know you
lot.
started
Okay,
it.
because I swear to God. So first it was I had a pair of pants that I loved, but they became high waters, and you were not allowed to wear high waters.
Oh,
That
ew.
was like they were too short and it looked like I don't know, it was just bad. So I started putting them in my socks. So I like folded it and then put my socks over it and zhuzhed them down, like pushed them down a little. That became a thing.
I remember that
I
fad.
started doing that in my high school.
And
Sam,
I
you cut off the
started-
circulation of hundreds of thousands of young girls' feet.
Yeah. Well, then it morphed into just pegging the pants. But we didn't.
So can we not call it pegging?
it just sounds
Wait,
so
is that
wrong.
weird?
I think it is. I think
Is that a weird word?
I mean,
Do you
look,
know what
it's
pegging is?
gotta be.
Rabbit hole for everyone. Go Google
boy.
pegging.
I'm afraid.
But I just like folded the pants and then rolled them when I didn't want to wear socks.
Samantha, are there other, like, is there something we did not talk about that you really wanted to cover? I don't want to like walk away from this with topics that we totally skipped over, unless that gives us an opportunity to invite you back for a third time. Wait, we're done. We're done. No more questions. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
She's shaking.
I'm just looking like through my notes really quickly to see if I missed anything, and it was just no, I think we covered everything. Really glad. Just remember that everything in nature vibrates, and crystals remind us that healing is resonance, and the body remembering harmony through light, frequency, and intention.
Excellent. And I just want to remind listeners that we're not doctors. What we say here should not be constituted as medical advice. Talk to your doctor. We believe in woo. We also believe in science. We also believe in medicine. So please don't say, oh, this replaces medical advice. It does not. We are not doctors. We're just witches, and we're cool, and we know stuff, and we want to share it with you. So, and I absolutely do use things like, acupuncture, crystal healing, whatever, that have basis in some science, but I also
So much
go to the doctor
science.
and get pills.
All science. All of this is
All
science,
science.
and using it all together in a holistic sense is what makes the most sense for our bodies in this world.
Yep.
Like
Absolutely.
nobody is saying like antibiotics or vaccines. No, thank you. We're yay vaccines, yay antibiotics,
Yay antibiotics.
yay mental health medication. But
Yeah.
also
Yay
I love
HRT.
acupuncture, massage therapy,
HRT.
crystal healing. Like it all has a place.
It all has a place. Absolutely.
Don't go one way off the charts with anything.
No.
Bring it all together.
But I just, want to make sure that people know, please seek your doctor's help for the things that need that. And then just boost it with crystal healing.
Yeah, amplify that energy.
Amplify that.
Mhm.
That's
If
what
you're
we-
bleeding from a stab wound,
Do
don't
not
stick
do
an amethyst
crystal
in it as a first go.
Go to the ER and get stitched up, then
And
go
then put an
crystal healer.
amethyst in your vicinity. Not in it.
Yeah, not in
In
it.
it,
Definitely
no.
not in it.
But like seriously, people, take what we've said here, go down those rabbit holes. There's
Yeah.
so much interesting science about the vibration of crystals and energy and how it all fits together. And you too can be woo.
Yes. Woo!
I love that.
Yes, that needs to be like our byline. You too can
You
be
too.
woo.
Get that witch hat. Get that
Yes.
witch hat.
Okay,
Love
so
it.
now we come to one of my personal favorite parts of our whole podcast, and that's where we're going to pull an oracle card. And so this time, usually Amy or I, we kind of go back and forth and we pull out our favorite decks and play with them. And it's always astonishing to me every single time, without fail, the card that we pull has been spot on with whatever we're talking about.
Well, don't get too get expectations up.
So this is exciting because this is the first time
exciting.
we've had a third party
Yes. So
do
Samantha's
this.
going to pull her oracle deck.
I mean, she is a Caftan Coven member, but she's not a
right.
podcast
So
host.
this is going to
we'll
be
see.
fun. So what deck do we have here?
Today we're going to be pulling from Kim Kranz's Archetypes Guidebook. Beautiful deck. It's
Look,
if you
it's
don't
rounded
know-
perfect.
If you don't know Kim Kranz, do yourself a favor and just get out there and get it. I mean, hello,
Links in the show notes.
circular.
So pretty.
They're circular
I'm so
cards.
excited.
So pretty. And I love, so just for those who are listening rather than watching,
Oh, yeah.
the back of the card kind of looks like a black and white diamond, really.
Like a diamond.
And then the front of the card, like this particular one on the front, this is not the one she's pulled. This is just the one I noticed. It's called the Siren, and it has like an end of a mermaid tail in black and white. And then it has just this beautiful sort of purple and pink, sort of almost ombre or something. And then this looks like a ruby to me above the tail. So I'm not sure if that's what it's meant to be, but
I appreciate you describing that from your close-up perspective.
Well, I'm hoping that makes sense. It's kind of a blend. It looks like a blend of watercolors and sketching. So
yeah, definitely
really,
watercolors.
Yeah, it's really, they're really, really pretty cards.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure everybody.
Thank you, Shea.
Yes, thank you. And then you'll have to do it again when
when you pull the actual card. Yes.
Describe it. But okay.
But also, I'll take a picture of it. It'll go up on the socials.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
we'll
yeah,
see
I'm
it.
gonna get my phone out so I can take a picture.
So, okay. With my witches, I am pulling. I'm going to go ahead and go in the middle.
Ooh.
Okay.
The Poet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, so we have a background of sort of orange and blue, a very watercolor, very splotchy looking. Then we have like little, bats or birds? Birds probably, rising into the air. And you have in the foreground someone, a dark figure, holding a glowing white ball between their hands. Like maybe it's a crystal sphere or something of that nature.
Yeah, it looks almost like a crystal ball.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Okay. I'm glad Shea described that because from a not right there point of view, it kind of looks like a shrimp being attacked by a rainbow.
Well, there's the rainbow connection. So
I love you, Kermit.
I love you, Kermit, too.
Okay.
Okay, so the poet is the artist, the witness, the truth teller. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there's a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. And then it's really cool. Well, you can't see it, but on the sides, on the each sides of the square of the book, she just has a little quip. So on one side it says, it's likely there's a poem or poet that was meaningful to you at a young age. Revisit and reread it now. Be open to its message. So not right this second, but maybe go back and like think about a poem when you were younger or even yesterday, whatever, revisit it. The poet is related to the shaman and the bridge. These archetypes hover in the meeting place between the everyday and the sacred. Wow. Then she describes at the bottom, when you're in a light place, the poet is clairvoyant and wise and timeless. When you're in more of a shadow, dark place, the poet can have harmful words and be sharp-tongued and thwarting creativity, actually. If you want to go deeper into the poet, spend 1 hour reading poetry and then one more.
Oh. I feel like this like healing, it's transformative. It's like ways to find those pieces within yourself, to like look at the shadows and see what they mean and dive deeper. Like I feel like this
totally
like
goes with the theme, I think. And it's all about what you're going into the dark to find the truth and bringing it back. Well, what goes in the dark to illuminate the truth? It's the light.
my sunlight
It's
girls.
the sunshine. And bringing it back and sharing it with the world. Like,
No, it fits 100%.
Vibrating. Yeah.
Crystals.
I definitely, and it's all about like introspection
This is a very
and all of
big
that.
part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your little chunk of rock from the forest.
From a forest in a place far away. It was the forest of
nowhere near Portugal
or anywhere in the United States. It was the forest of the Falkland Islands
There you go. Because you went there lots of times.
when I was young. Not recently.
Oh man, this has been an absolute blast. This has been an absolute blast. So
Okay.
we're gonna throw in the show notes where you can get this deck and where you can check out Samantha's website, check out the recipe for the Manhattan, which we're also going to do a short video on. So look for that. And you can find out more about us on our Instagram and at cliffhangersandcocktails.com. And we're going to
message us. I will answer you.
Yes.
Can I just throw one more thing in there?
Oh, please throw everything in.
Yes, please.
Okay. So very quickly, you may or may not know that I'm at satyaspace.com, but I'm recently meeting with a marketing person who's fabulous, and she is helping me to rebrand.
Ooh, cool.
And I am going so far as to change my name. Not my personal name, but my business name. Because Satya means truth. And it's not that I don't believe in truth anymore. It's more that that's a Sanskrit word that's Indian. And I still love yoga, but it's not who I am presenting to the world anymore. It serves me really well, but I feel like now it's not it's not representing my truth right now. And I want to leave that to the people who that's their world. That's not mine anymore. So I'm reaching into where my indigeneity is, and that's Nordic and Celtic. And I found this, I didn't want to stray too far from Satya. I found a beautiful word that's Celtic. It's solas. And that means light.
Oh,
Oh, that's so
back-
beautiful.
I
back to
love
the
that
light.
word. That's one of my favorite Celtic words, solas.
So
But
it's
also my sunshine girls.
put back to
They're
sunshine.
my light.
So
Yes.
it's going to be sola space, still 5 letters, still starts with an S, but it speaks more to who I am now and what I'm moving into, my crone years. Thank you very much. Follow to the crone years.
Well, I've been there, bitches. Sorry. I've been croning.
I'm finally realizing that I am a crone. So if you go out there and you're typing in Satya space, it's still fine because I haven't switched over yet. But eventually, hopefully by January, I'll have a whole new website, whole new name, whole new look. But still seeking the truth. So, not
I love this. This is perfect.
Honestly. I love this for you.
Oh my God.
Oh, love it. Yay.
So
yay.
everything will be in the show notes that is links and
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely. Remember to like and subscribe.
Smash the like button. As we always say, ironically, leave your comments. Let us know what you want, who you want us to interview. If you want to be interviewed, hit us up on Insta. And oh my God, review, share, all the stuff.
all the things.
All the things.
Share with your friends, share with your enemies. Big all summers.
Share with your casual acquaintances.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for joining us today on another witchy adventure.
And thank you, Samantha, for being here for the whole show.
Thanks for having me again. I'm so glad I got invited back.
Just anytime. And we've got some really cool stuff coming up. I cannot wait. We're going to have a special Yule. We'll talk more about that later. Also, I'm going to have a special mini pod series in the cocktail craft. We'll talk more about that.
Well, I'm so excited about that.
It's going to be fun. And so stay tuned.
And we'll see you next time, all.
Next time.